Tom Aspinall, you don't really see that anywhere full stop, but definitely not in the heavyweight division.
No heavyweight moves like him.
No one moves like him, man.
He moves like a 185er.
It's crazy.
It's nuts.
But that's crazy.
Crazy speed for a heavyweight.
Crazy speed.
And that's why
a lot of people are talking shit about Tom, but he apparently still can't see. Here's the thing. The other eye got hurt as well, but not as bad, but it looks way worse. The finger goes way deeper in the other eye.
And you know, it's crazy that everyone that talks the most has never been poked in the eye. Not even a little bit, like accidentally.
Oh, it's horrible. The idea that you can't see and then you're supposed to fight a guy, it should be an instant 1-point deduction.
Joe Rogan couldn't believe what he was seeing because Tom Aspinall's latest training footage has the entire MMA world asking the same question. Has he somehow become even better? With his blockbuster showdown against Ciryl Gane getting closer, every new clip from Aspinall's training camp is being picked apart by fans and fighters alike. The speed, the movement, the explosiveness, it's all led to one huge debate. Is this the most dangerous version of Tom Aspinall we've ever seen? Because after everything that's happened over the last year, this isn't just another heavyweight fight anymore. This feels like the fight that could define the future of the division.
I believe Gane's going to win. I mean, when you become the champion and you beat a man like Alex Pereira, it has to do something for your confidence. And even in Gane's first fight with Tom Aspinall, you know, Tom was looking pretty invincible until Ciryl Gane. Most people feel like Gane was winning that fight. And so I feel like Gane's confidence has to be at an all-time high.
I'm favoring Gane this next fight, this next rematch. I'm legit switching my vote. Gane, he was not afraid of Tom. Stick up to the point where he had him bloody. And it's the first time that he attempted a takedown and did not get a takedown.
Now he understands I'm going to really have to rely on my fight IQ here. Now I'm going to have to rely on more than one weapon. Now I can't just come out and run over him. When do you think this should be a rematch?
Put him on our card, 323.
December? In December?
Yeah.
Come on, listen.
If Aspinall's eye is okay now, why the not? They don't cut weight like we do.
Did he say his eye's okay?
That's the biggest question. If his eye is okay and he still has the ability to train, then yeah.
Tom versus Ciryl. The talk in September. I don't think Paul will be there. We called the September. I'm just saying, if they change it and they make it Ciryl Gane versus Tom Aspinall, and me and you get the boot, and they bring in DC and John Anik after
I'm gonna be pissed.
I'll be pissed, man.
I will be pissed, but it's probably gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen. Let's be honest. One of us, probably me, is getting.
I'll throw an Alex Pereira. I will. I'll complain.
So wait, he wants to fight. He wants to fight in Paris. You're saying?
Ciryl Gane said on the microphone, I believe, or maybe afterwards, whatever. He said in an interview.
No, he said it in the cage. I want to fight in Paris in September. I'm ready.
Yeah, and Tom Aspinall responded to, yeah, I'm ready. I'm training. I'm good to go. I'll fight you in September. I mean, that'd be, and also, because it's not as unbelievable or unachievable as what it previously was, because now there's no pay-per-view.
Joe Rogan has spoken highly of Aspinall for years, repeatedly describing him as one of the fastest heavyweights he's ever watched. Rogan has praised how Tom moves like a middleweight despite carrying heavyweight power, explaining that very few fighters possess that combination of speed, timing, and technical ability. Watching the latest training footage, many fans immediately pointed back to those comments, believing Aspinall somehow looks even sharper than before. The footage itself has only added to the excitement. Aspinall looks explosive, relaxed, and incredibly fluid, firing combinations at full speed while moving effortlessly around the cage. His footwork appears lighter than ever, his boxing looks razor sharp, and his wrestling transitions continue to remind people why he's considered one of the most complete heavyweights in the UFC today.
Don't forget, before this whole eye poke bullshit, you were the man.
You
were the man.
Because people talk about Pereira. Tom Aspinall was probably the best finisher in all the UFC, given any division. His fights were lasting like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 60 seconds. So anyway, so fingers crossed that happens there. Alex Pereira, the company would benefit greatly if Pereira was to become a three-weight division champion.
I'd say so.
And I went against it. I'm like, listen, I thought he lost fair and square and he needs to suck it up a little bit. That's all. You know what I mean? If I was a company man, I'd be saying, oh, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Herb Dean's got to go.
Well, I was going to jump in and just let you guys know that Dana White was asked at the presser, for the fights over the weekend, what he thought about Alex Pereira's comments, and he said, Alex might have a leg to stand on. So,
what's your plan for the rest of my fighting career? I've always been under the idea that I want to be done sooner rather than later, and now it's getting to the point where I'm closer to the end than I am the beginning. I'm at the point now where the generation who I aspire to be are retired now. I wouldn't say I can call them friends, but I'm friendly with them. I've been around them in social situations. I can see the wear and tear that it takes out of people's bodies.
Next, everybody all ready. Let's do that in Paris in September.
Well, sir, congratulations. Enjoy this.
Paris in September, eh? I'll do that. I'll do that. Let me know.
You're not the boss. You're not the landlord. Like
I don't mind.
AJ said.
I don't mind. I'll go to Paris. Let me know.
You're up to the rematch.
Let me know. I'll be there.
But despite all the excitement surrounding Tom, nobody is overlooking the challenge standing across from him. Ciryl Gane is no longer the same fighter many people remember from a few years ago. Since defeating Alex Pereira in one of the biggest wins of his career, confidence around Gane has completely changed. Many fans now believe he's entering this fight as a far more dangerous, complete and mentally confident version of himself. That's exactly why so many analysts believe this matchup is far more competitive than people initially expected. And Joe Rogan has also spoken in the past about how awkward Gane can be to fight. His movement, range management and striking intelligence make him one of the most difficult heavyweights in the world to prepare for.
Listen, we'd let the UFC know that we're ready to go, and we're just waiting for dates. We told them we can do it in Paris, we told them we can do it wherever they want, so we're just waiting for them to let us know. I'm in the gym, smashing it.
We will be with you the week after. We'll come and film a bit of a sesh.
Yeah.
Got the boys back in town, so we'll keep people updated. But as we say, the UFC, we're waiting on them.
We are waiting on them.
I've seen a number of guys do just the opposite. They've gone in the suit and they've tried to get their own brand out, and then they get a check on the way out the door. And I just personally don't agree with it. It's not that somebody told me over at Fox, ESPN, or now Paramount not to do that. Just telling you it's my code, and I don't do that. But I got put in a very difficult situation. I got put in a situation of simply being asked, is Tom gonna fight again? And I would like an answer to that. I don't know the answer to that. I sure think so. I sure hope so. I find that coming out of my mouth. I can follow the golden rule in life. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes. How would you act, or how would you want to be treated? And if I was in Tom's shoes, right? The golden rule, Tom's got a family, by the way. Tom's got a wife, right? His dad's in his corner. Tom's got a pretty good circle. And Tom fighting and staying active is a family tradition.
Unlike most heavyweights, Gane doesn't simply rely on power. He forces opponents to chase him, creates angles and controls distance better than almost anyone in the division. That's where the stylistic battle becomes fascinating. Aspinall wants to close distance quickly, explode into combinations and mix his striking with elite grappling. Gane, on the other hand, wants to slow everything down, stay long and force opponents into uncomfortable striking exchanges. Whoever controls that rhythm could very well control the fight itself. Across the MMA world, excitement is continuing to build. Daniel Cormier has repeatedly praised Aspinall's all-round skill set, while Michael Bisping believes this is exactly the type of fight that proves whether Tom is truly the best heavyweight on the planet. Chael Sonnen has also discussed how much pressure sits on Aspinall's shoulders after spending so long waiting for the biggest opportunities of his career. Many fans believe this isn't just about beating Ciryl Gane. It's about proving that Tom Aspinall really is the undisputed face of the heavyweight division. After years of injuries, delays, and waiting for the right opportunity, this is finally his chance to silence every remaining doubt. Of course, Gane has plans of his own. A victory over Aspinall would immediately put him back at the center of the heavyweight title picture and erase many of the questions people had about him in previous years. That's exactly why this fight feels so important for both men. One fighter is trying to prove he's the future of heavyweight MMA. The other is trying to remind everyone why he belongs at the very top. And judging by Tom Aspinall's latest training footage, Joe Rogan may have been right all along. The fastest heavyweight in UFC history might somehow be getting even better.